the way out is through the way in. The old age, the old earth, the age of Pisces, the age of dogma, the age of exteriorization, external pursuits, is transitioning. It has ran its course. The age of Mars, of centrifugal force, of outward expansion into matter. Those souls who came from Mars and incarnated had their purpose. They have had their ascension. They have had their refinement. The age that we are now in, the age of Aquarius, has been misrepresented in some aspects as this age of love and light. And it very well may be that for those who hold themselves to a certain accountability. Because those who are attempting to live through the old paradigm of the age of Mars, of the outward fire, of realization, of validation through material pursuits, they have no longer have a foundation. The cosmic switch, third eye atlas, is here to facilitate that frequency alteration. Because the age of Aquarius is better understood through the secret doctrine of Saturn, this centripetal force, inward return to the source. The narcissistic egos, the left brain age is being assimilated into the God mind. And those on the path of the return to source who can rise up and meet the severity of Saturn, they will see the age of abundance. They will experience and live the golden age. Those who follow the inward Saturnian centripetal force, who can put into perspective the outward martial centrifugal force of the old age, those who can master quantum theurgy, which is the mechanism of balancing the two forces, those who can fully embrace the violet yuga. This is the era where Saturn's gate finally overtakes Mars's impulse. Those who can embrace the energies of the photon belt threshold, the inversion point where this return began back in 2021, those who can align themselves with the third eye atlas, the planetary atlas vertebrae adjusting from Mars to Saturn, will give birth to the seed. They will rather plant the seed of divine life, the Adamic spark, the God force kernel, the seed of the divine. Every human being contains a centrally implanted spark, a drop of the divine mind, the Ein Sof, the God force, the primal star within. Every human being is essentially a seed of the divine life. What you bring forth from within will save you. What you do not bring forth will destroy you. This is the doctrine of the foundation stars, the God force cell inside each human. Remembering the origin, the Yeshua Christos photonic template. The spark enters matter through involution and rises again through evolution. This rise is governed by planetary gatekeepers. We are in the cusp of the age of Saturn. The age of Mars was the outward thrust. Narcissistic pursuits. And that's not bad. That was just the previous age of spirit to matter, centrifugal from spirit to matter, involution of the higher energies stepping down, emanating down into this material realm. The age of Mars, it governed incarnation, desire, hunger, sex, pleasure, drive, survival, material immersion, egoic momentum. Mars impels the seed outward into material activity. Mars is the first initiator of density. This is the fall of consciousness into matter. This is where all of us angels lost our etheric wings. This is where we entered the demiurgic field, where the demiurgic field of matter exerts its maximum pull. The ego crystallizes. Kundalini lies dormant. Light is trapped in DNA, RNA structure. Loose extraction systems dominate. This is the red world, the old earth. Mars and its job was not evil, it was necessary. It activates latent forces. It pushes the soul into the battlefield of matter. It generates friction. That friction generates awareness, and awareness leads ultimately to Saturn's gate. Saturn's gate is the realization, the inward turn. Centripetal, returning to the origin, to source. Saturn begins when the human recognizes the penalties and limitations of desire. This is the moment of spiritual awakening. Desire falls, fails. You see the extent of where that takes you. Pleasure saturates. Repetition becomes suffering. The physical matrix reveals its emptiness. Karma crystallizes into lessons. Silence emerges. The mind turns inward. The soul feels the pull of the infinite. This is the first sign of Kundalini stirring. God force memory returning. The birth of inner vision. This is the first step toward the Black Order path. Saturn is the true teacher of humanity, the guardian of the gate, the keeper of the return. Saturn tests discipline, detachment, integrity, order, patience, mastery of mind, and ego dissolution. In Obanda terms, Obandic cosmology, Saturn is the God force inversion gate, the doorway from the old earth to the violet yuga. And these outward and inward forces are the two hands of God. You have Mars, the energies of Mars, centrifugal, outward into illusion. Centripetal, Saturn, inward into spirit. This duality is the foundational polarity in Hermeticism, the Kabbalah, Tantric cosmology, Sufi metaphysics, Gnostic emanation theory, Umbanda cosmogenesis. Mars is the God force descending, the Kundalini dormant. Saturn equals the God force ascending, Kundalini rising. Mars is the fall into matter. Saturn is the return to infinite intelligence. As above, so below. As within, so without. The outward arc mirrors the inward return. This is the pendulum. This is the universal pendulum law. Male, female as polarized planetary forces. Mars, masculine, projection, expansion, outward, yang. Saturn is feminine, return, containment, inward, yin. But at the highest level, Mars is Shiva, unawakened. Saturn is Shakti, awakened. Together, they become the God force circuit. Ida, Pingala, solar, lunar channels, fire, water, polarity, red, black forces in the Black Order, Zohar, light body, masculine, feminine fusion. Time and space are the great limiters and liberators in this 3D matrix. Nature contains two elements, space and time, and through these 7 planetary influences operate Mars, expansion into space, Saturn, limitation through time. These two are the training wheels the soul uses until it remembers its true identity. Space is Maya, illusion, dispersion. Time is karma, decay, compression. When the God force ignites, both collapse. This is the violet yuga transcendence. This is direct quantum reconfiguration, the collapse of timeline probability. This is your quantum ascension doctrine. Time and space are cages, but they are also classrooms. The true initiation, reconciling the opposites, the ceremony of opposites, reconciling Mars and Saturn. The soul evolves when Mars' outward force is exhausted. Saturn's inward pull is obeyed. Desire collapses, discipline stabilizes, the God force activates. Third eye, 3-eye ignites. The warrior, the spiritual warrior within awakens. The light body templates reassemble and consciousness emerges. This is the moment of planetary adjustment. And this 3-eye atlas transmission is stimulating these frequencies. If you have not left the energies of Mars, these energies of the third eye atlas will destroy you. But if you have brought forth within, if you have opened the third eye, this energies of the third eye atlas will transcend you, will amplify you. Mars built this compression point. Saturn aligns it, and the 3-eye atlas opens the eye. The great architect, infinite intelligence. The planetary influences are expressions of the great architect. This is the ancient way of describing infinite intelligence, the prime source. The planets are filters, lenses, modulating frequencies, karmic educators, soul-shaping mechanisms, consciousness scaffolding. They are not rulers, they are tools. And Third Eye Atlas is a tool to either destroy or to awaken.